Good morning, my dear students. Let us thank God for the gift of this wonderful day. In the previous history lecture, we had started with a new chapter that was Civil Disobedience Movement. Today, we will continue with the same chapter. In the last chapter, you all studied about Dandi March. That was Salt Satyagraha. In today's lecture, we shall see the different satyagrahas, the Roundtable Conferences in this chapter. So let's start the Peshawar Satyagraha. Now, in Peshawar Satyagraha, what happened? In the northwest frontier. Now, what do you mean by northwest frontier? Northwest frontier is one of the 4 provinces of Pakistan and is located in the northwestern region of the country along the international border with Afghanistan. Okay, so in this northwest frontier, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, you can see the photo of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Okay, so this person was the most loyal follower of Mahatma Gandhi. As we all know that the civil disobedience movement was started by Mahatma Gandhi, right? So this person, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, was a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. He used to follow Mahatma Gandhi a lot. He used to follow his footsteps. Whatever Mahatma Gandhi did, he used to follow it. So he was also known as Frontier Gandhi. Now, why he was known as Frontier Gandhi? The first thing was he belonged to the northwest frontier. Okay, I told you what is a northwest frontier. Plus, he was a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. So, combining these two words, he was called as Frontier Gandhi. Now, this person, he had founded an organization named as Khudai Khidmatgar. Okay, now what happened was on 23rd April 1930, as we all know that the civil disobedience movement had started, there were different satyagrahis who were who had joined the civil disobedience movement, who had taken part in the civil disobedience movement against the Salt Act. Okay, so he also started this satyagraha in Peshawar. Now, Peshawar is one of the province of Pakistan. Okay, so this Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan had started satyagraha there in Peshawar. The other satyagrahas or the other different satyagrahis over there, they were from India, but here this person started satyagraha in Peshawar. Now, the town was in the hands of satyagrahis nearly for a week. The British government gave orders to the Gurwal regiment to carry out open firing on the satyagrahis. Now, what happened was for the entire week, the satyagrahis, okay, they all started the satyagraha. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan took the lead, and the entire town was in the hand of satyagrahis. Okay, now the British government did not like this. Okay, so in order to suppress this particular movement, they ordered the Gurwal regiment. Okay, so the army people in this particular Gurwal Rifles or the regiment, the British wanted to open firing over there, but there was one person known as Chandra Singh Thakur. He was an officer of Gurwal regiment. He refused to open fire. He said that he's not going to kill any satyagrahis there. And because of his decision, that was because of Chandra Singh Thakur's decision, he was court-martialed. Court-martialed means a person who is accused of offences against the military law. So he went against the military law over here because he did not open fire. Okay, so that was going against the military law. And he was given a severe punishment. Now, the British government found itself in a difficult situation due to the satyagraha launched by Mahatma Gandhi. The British government knew that so many people have come forward and they are trying to, oppose the different, so many acts that the Britishers had started. So British government knew that now they are in a trouble. Okay, because whole of India has come forward to oppose this particular acts. So on 4th of May 1930, Gandhiji was arrested. Now Britishers knew that the leader behind this particular movement, behind all this civil disobedience movement, the non-violence movement, the leader was Mahatma Gandhi, and so they arrested Mahatma Gandhi because they knew if the leader was arrested, obviously the movement automatically will come to an end. So the suppressive measures were undertaken all over the country. There was protest all over the country due to the arrest of Mahatma Gandhi. Now obviously first thing was civil disobedience movement they had started against the Salt Act, okay, imposition of salt taxes that the Britishers had laid on. So one aggression was that, and second one was after the arrest of Gandhiji, people got more agitated, they got more angry, and so again they started protesting against this particular British officers. Okay, due to because of the arrest of Mahatma Gandhi, people got more angry. Then next was Solapur Satyagraha. Now the mill workers, the people who were working in the mills were on the forefront in the Solapur Satyagraha. So in Solapur, the mill workers were in the forefront. Okay, so they came forward and they followed the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi and started Satyagraha. On 6th May 1930, Hartal was observed in Solapur. So on this particular day, that was 6th May 1930, there was a Hartal in Solapur. We all know what is a Hartal, right? So a huge procession was organized in Solapur. So people gathered over there in Solapur and a huge procession was organized, okay, because of this particular different acts that government or the Britishers had started. The British collector gave orders of firing on procession. Many volunteers along with Shankar Shivdare died in the firing. As a result, people started attacking police stations, railway station, courts, municipal buildings, etc. The government declared martial law and the agitation was suppressed. Those who took lead in this movement, such as Mallappa Dhanshetty, Shri Krishna Sarda, Qurban Hussain, and Jagannath Shinde were hanged to death. Okay, so here again the district collector who was there, okay, of that particular district, he gave orders of firing against this particular satyagrahis. Okay, and here many leaders who came forward, not only Mahatma Gandhi. Now Mahatma Gandhi was arrested. Now Mahatma Gandhi cannot go everywhere, so there were different leaders in different districts, okay, who came forward. So there were these leaders known as Shankar Shivdare, the volunteers who came forward. Then Mallappa Dhanshetty, all these leaders were arrested. Some were hanged to death, some were arrested, some died in the firing as well. Okay, and then the government, what they started, people started attacking police station. People were so angry because of the leaders who died, because one more thing was Mahatma Gandhi who was arrested. People were so angry that they started attacking even the police stations everywhere. Wherever they went, they started attacking the railway stations, the municipal buildings, whatever they could have. Whatever came in front of them, they attacked that. And because of this, the government declared martial law. Now what is martial law? Now martial law comes in effect when the military commanders of an area or country has unlimited authority to make or enforce law. So this happens only when there is a war or something. So temporary, you can say, law was enabled over here, where the military commanders were given the authority to make or enforce any law. Okay, so and because of this, the agitation was suppressed in a sense. The agitation which was there, the anger of the people, or this particular happenings that took place around forcibly came to an end. You can see the pictures over there of different leaders who lost their lives in this particular Solapur Satyagraha. Next is Dharasana Satyagraha. Now this Dharasana Satyagraha was in Gujarat, and here the leader was Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu, we also call her as a Nightingale of India. Okay, so she led this Dharasana Satyagraha. Now the police lathi charged on Satyagrahis who came forward to break the Salt Act. We all know that police opened firing on the Satyagrahis. They even lathi charged with their lathis. They started, hurting the people. Okay, they wanted to stop this particular Satyagrahis anyhow, so did whatever they could. The Satyagrahis silently tolerated the blows of the lathi, but Satyagrahis, they were very determined that they will not stop. Okay, and that's why they very silently, like, they tolerated whatever the lathi charge or the firing, even the firing, they very, they did not care for. Okay, if a particular police officer fired on them, they were not bothered at all. They just wanted freedom, and they wanted the different acts, this particular acts which were there to come to an end. So they tolerated the blows of the lathi. Now when they were taken away, now when the people who were injured, okay, the Satyagrahis who were injured, they were taken to the hospital or to give any medical aid, the other Satyagrahis came in place of them. Okay, so they were like replaced, or they were, substituted with some other Satyagrahis. So like this, this particular, Satyagraha of Dharasana continued endlessly. Now in Maharashtra, salt Satyagraha took place at Vadala, Malwan and Shiroda. Now where there were no salt pans, people wanted a reason to, you know people wanted some or the other reason to protest against these Britishers. So where there were no salt pans, they started with the forest law. Okay, the forest laws were broken. Okay, people did not follow any forest law that was being enacted or that was being given by the Britishers. So there were jungle satyagrahas as well, and in this majority of tribal people were included. The next was sacrifice of Babu Geno. Now in Mumbai, what happened? There was agitation against foreign goods. We all know that the foreign goods were, burned. Whatever related to foreign country was there, everything was burned. Okay, people started following Swadeshi goods. Okay, the goods made in India. So the vehicle transporting foreign goods were obstructed. So whatever vehicles came from, came with this foreign goods, they all were obstructed. Now Babu Genu was a, youngster over here. He was a mill worker from Mumbai. And what happened was, there was a truck that was carrying foreign good. Now this foreign goods, a truck was safeguarded by the police. But what happened, the truck was not ready to stop at all. Okay, now Babu Genu, what he did, he went in front of the truck to stop the truck. Now obviously by, waving the hand or so, the truck was not supposed to stop, right? So therefore what this Babu Genu did, he went in front of this truck and he lied down on the road. Okay, now police did whatever they could to threaten him, to stop him, but he did not listen. He went there in front of the truck, he lied down, and because of this, the truck did not stop and he was crushed under the truck. Okay, and Babu Genu gained martyrdom. Okay, he became a martyr. Now there were certain features of civil disobedience movement. I want you all to read this. Civil disobedience movement were all the other movements were limited to only urban areas. Okay, only the urban areas took initiative to come forward and fight against the Britishers. But civil disobedience was not like that. And as we saw, there were tribal people who came forward for the forest to, break the forest laws and all. Okay, so here not only the urban areas but the rural areas also came forward in this civil disobedience movement. That is one feature. Then second feature is the women who were there. Women took more women took part in large numbers, you can say. This civil other movements, the males were there, but in this civil disobedience movement, the women who were there, they were in large numbers. If you see, the Sarojini Naidu is there, you have Kasturba Gandhi, Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay, and so on. Okay, so women's took a were in large numbers. Then this movement was based on complete non-violence. There was no non-violence at all. There was no violence at all. The British government was trying to greatly suppress the movement, but the people protested unarmed. So this was completely based on non-violence. People did not use any violent means to fight against the Britishers, but it was completely non-violence. And the next is this sacrifice of Babu Genu gave an inspiration to other youths as well. Okay, then the last part is about the Roundtable Conference. Now let's see what happened in Roundtable Conference. Okay, there were we have 3 Roundtable Conferences. Now, in the opinion of British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald, now this was a British Prime Minister. So while the civil disobedience was going on, the constitutional issues, he felt that the constitutional issues which were there regarding India, we should think over these constitutional issues, and that's why he organized conference at London. Okay, so this conference is a meeting of different people who were which was conducted, that was known as a Roundtable Conference. Okay, so this Roundtable Conference was between 1930 to 1932. So there were 3 Roundtable Conferences organized. In the first Roundtable Conference, Mahatma Gandhi was not present because he was arrested. Other leaders were present. Even the Indian National Congress was not present in the first Roundtable Conference. Okay, so Ramsay MacDonald, who was a chairman of the Roundtable Conference, as he had taken the initiative of this, so he was a chairman of this Roundtable Conference. Now, representatives of England and India participated in the conference. So the representatives from England participated, the people who represented England and people who represented India. But the main problem in this first Roundtable Conference was the main leaders of India were not present. The Indian National Congress, who represented India, was not present. Plus Mahatma Gandhi, who was a main leader of India, was not present, and that's why this first Roundtable Conference was completely meaningless. It was pointless, you can say, and so Ramsay MacDonald thought that without this leaders, Gandhiji and Indian National Congress, conducting these conferences are of no use, and that's why this Gandhi-Irvine Pact was signed. Now, according to this Gandhi-Irvine Pact, what happened in this? In British Prime Minister, he expressed, as I said, they wanted the Gandhiji to involve in this Roundtable Conference, the discussion that they were going to take regarding the constitutional issues. So this British Prime Minister who were there, he expressed his opinion of bringing Mahatma Gandhi and the Indian National Congress to the Roundtable Conference for the discussion. So there was this Viceroy Irvine, who released Mahatma Gandhi and other leaders from the prison, the important leaders from the prison. So there was a good atmosphere was created for the Congress to discuss the issues freely, and there was a pact which was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Viceroy, which is known as Gandhi-Irvine Pact. Now, according to this Gandhi-Irvine Pact, there were certain conditions put up. Okay, conditions were there should be discontinuation of salt march by the Indian National Congress. Okay, some give and take was there in this Gandhi-Irvine Pact. Then as we all know that they wanted participation of INC, so participation of Indian National Congress in the second Roundtable Conference was one of the condition. Then third was the release of prisoners arrested for participating in the salt march, and the fourth was removal of tax on salt. So there was a give and take for this Gandhi-Irvine Pact, so where the Britishers wanted discontinuation of salt march and the participation of INC in the second round conference, whereas the Gandhiji was there, he wanted the release of prisoners and the removal of tax of salt. So this give and take was nothing but your Gandhi-Irvine Pact. So based on this, the Indian National Congress, they withdrew the civil disobedience movement and agreed to participate in the Roundtable Conference. Then the second Roundtable Conference, as I said, the Indian National Congress also participated, and Mahatma Gandhi also took part in the second Roundtable Conference. Okay, now in this second Roundtable Conference was This roundtable conference was held on 7th of September 1931 in London. Now, in this, Gandhiji had participated, but what happened? Uh, the government which was there, it put forth the issue of minorities in the roundtable conference. Okay, now according to this, minorities, they had signed this communal awards. Okay, now according to this communal award, Ramsay MacDonald Award, what happened was, this is related with this Puna Pact. Okay, Puna Pact and the second roundtable conference. So in this particular second roundtable conference, we'll see minority issues were put forward, which there was a lot of differences between the Indian leaders as well and Mahatma Gandhi regarding the minority issues. So because of which Gandhiji wanted unity among the Indians, but this could not happen in the second roundtable conference, and because of which Gandhiji was disappointed, and so he returned back home. And this also, second roundtable conference was also a meaningless conference, you can say. And next is Puna Pact. Now in this Puna Pact, this is actually the a revision of communal award. Now according to the communal award, now communal award was announced by the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald to grant separate electorates in British India for the forward caste, lower caste, Muslims, and so on. Okay, so Ramsay MacDonald, he wanted to have a separate electorate for the depressed classes and all, but Gandhiji believed that if they have a separate electorate for the depressed classes, then it is an attack on Indian unity and nationalism. Okay, he thought that it was harmful to both the Hinduism and to the depressed classes. He wanted complete eradication of untouchability. Okay, now depressed classes, we have the Dalits and all, so they come under untouchability, untouchables, you can say. So according to Gandhiji, if this communal awards was no passed, then what would happen? The untouchables who were there, they would be like just given protection of their interests, but complete eradication of this problem of untouchability won't be there. And so Gandhiji fasted in his jail, Yerwada jail, where he was on fast because of this. Now in order to remove this, okay, bring Gandhiji back, okay, to get back Gandhiji from this particular fasting and all, Puna Pact and agreement was signed between the Hindu leaders for granting new rights for the Dalits. Okay, so on behalf of the depressed classes, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar signed this Puna Pact. Okay, so the pact which was there, it abandoned separate electorates. So there was a little revision change that was done in this communal award. Puna Pact is a change of communal award, you can say. So pact abandoned several electorates for the depressed classes, but the seats which were there for this particular depressed classes were increased. Okay, so although there was abandonment of separate electorates, but the seats for this you can say depressed classes was increased. Okay, were increased. So Puna Pact was adopted as an amendment to communal award, you can say. Now Gandhiji, he agreed to this. He said you either completely abandon separate electorates, or you increase the seats for this particular depressed classes. So this Puna Pact was signed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Then again in the third roundtable conference, the Indian National Congress boycotted the conference. Now as we know that Mahatma Gandhi had returned to India after the second roundtable conference, because the issues of minorities in the second roundtable conference was not solved. And so because of this, the main leaders only were not present in the third roundtable conference. Many Indian leaders were missing, many important leaders were missing. And so again, this third roundtable conference, which was held in England, was also very it went futile. Okay, it was very pointless, meaningless. So this all three was meaningless. Then the second phase of civil disobedience movement. Now again Gandhiji returned to India from the second roundtable conference with a dejected mind. He felt that discussing on this minority issue was of no use, and so he came back with a very he was very disappointed, and he came back. Now Gandhiji, as soon as he came back, he decided to restart the civil disobedience movement, which was withdrawn by the Indian National Congress. Now again Gandhiji was arrested for this when he came back. Now because of this there was a discontent among the people. Government responded to this movement by doing so many oppressive methods and all. There was strangling of civic rights everywhere. The Indian National Congress and its associated institutions were declared illegal. So everywhere the British government tried to put stop everywhere. Okay, so there were restrictions on national newspaper and literature. Now because of all these restrictions, because of all this oppressive measures that were taken up by the government after his arrest once again, Gandhiji decided to finally withdraw his movement. That was a civil disobedience movement in April 1934, and the civil disobedience movement came to an end because of all this. Okay, I hope this lesson is clear to you all. If you all have any doubt, you all are free to ask. Thank you and have a nice day.